Alright, I'm in front of, I don't know what the hell this is. Eastern Brother Bagels. Just got here. The time is 5:08. It's a continuation of the previous video file. I don't know how well you can see me right now. I made a video file at my hiking location over almost 15 minutes long. I went to go watch it. It was totally corrupted with electronic harassment sound in the background. And an individual was walking my way. He's a homeless guy. And I believe he's been paid off. He's been used about at least 7 times. Puts his hands to his face. When I walked by, and he just did when I got off the bus. He was at the corner. Here he is, right here. Skanked out to the extreme. He's probably bought it for $1. Anyways, today's date is March. Today's date is March 3rd, 2012. Skankville. Walking by in droves. When I went to go make that last video, and then I went to go watch it, it was totally corrupted. And the funny thing about it is that on the video I was talking about how they corrupted a video over next to the FBI, and that a professor online posted it on First Post. And the theme of that video was along the lines where everything that transpired from the 15th up until the 20th. I stated on a previous video that on the 20th I made a video in the morning of the 20th and because I was being harassed along my bus routes by gang stalkers who were engaging in the direct conversation tactic of direct conversation, which is a gang stalking tactic. And within those conversations, they were lacing the dialogue. Does she really expect her stuff to be there when she gets back? Now, that had to be in relation to my hiking area, because I only carry my backpack around with me when I'm out in doing my errands and whatever, and that's with me at all times. I was also hearing the same thing through electronic harassment. Now, the night before, in the morning of the 20th, I heard it non-stop, so I decided to make a video about it. I made a video concerning it. I took a picture of my tent with the 3 tarps on top of it. The inside of it, I think I might have took a little fast picture of that too. And then I also took a picture of the area where some of my stuff was hidden at. I said what today's date was, and that I heard through electronic harassment that that they were going to come up here and steal my stuff. And then I left. I took the 928 bus to SDSU. No, actually I took the 928 bus to Fashion Valley, and then took the Green Line to Old Town because I was going to go to USD. But since it was President's Day, I started thinking if USD is not open, then I got to walk all the way from the bus stop to get to the library just to find out it's not open. I'd have better luck to go to SDSU, and if they're not open, at least I won't have to walk all that way back and forth, because the library is not that far away from the elevator where you get off at for the tram service. And so what I did was I went to SDSU and I uploaded that video that I made that morning. Now, as a result of that, it isolated the date that it was uploaded. I also then left because you can only use a computer for 2 hours at SDSU. So then from there, I went downstairs in the media room and checked out the movie Soylent Green, which I still had the receipt for. I watched that movie. I predicted on my way to the media room that let's see if any problems arise here, and some did. Caught that on digital audio file. And then I left the media room and went back to the elevator and took the Green Line trolley to the trolley station in the basement level, and then took the trolley to Hazard Center. And on my way getting off the trolley, I said, let's see if anything happens here. I was going to go over to Barnes & Noble's. Security guard over there staged a big fiasco before I even approached Barnes & Noble's, and I ended up having to call the police 4 times. They never arrived. I waited for over 2 hours. So I went to the bus stop at Friars and Frazee Road. San Diego police ended up driving by me. I waved them down, talked to them. They left, got on the bus when it came. A few minutes later, went to Walmart, bought a bunch of stuff. Then I went to go to my hiking area. Now, on my way to my hiking area, I said, I heard through electronic harassment again, does she really expect her stuff to be there? Now, when I heard that, I made the statement in my digital tape recorder that I heard it. I was about 65 feet away in the pitch dark. Okay, and get to my campsite and everything's gone. So what I did was I erected a backup tent and got out a coat that I bought about a month and a half before at Walmart. I finally got to bed, froze my butt off that night. Woke up the next morning and decided, well, they came up here and stole all my stuff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out the remaining stuff that I have hidden here, and I'm going to re-coordinate it so I can hide it in a different place, okay, in case they want to try. And then I was going to just take the backup tent that I put out, and from there I was going to start carrying my tent with me, okay. Well, and then I started thinking to myself, this is craziness, because they stole over $400 worth of stuff that was almost brand new. Clothes, altogether there was 3 tarps. They stole actually 3 tents. I had a tent that was folded inside because the ground I was laying on was uneven, so I folded up almost a brand new tent and folded it up and put it inside on the uneven part. So if I rolled over in the middle of the night, I'd fall on that. Then there was a tent that I was using for a tarp for the back of the tent that was erected that I was sleeping in, which was also a brand new tent that I had just bought about 3 days before, because I found it at Walmart and it was a little bit bigger than the one I was usually staying in. So that was actually a brand new tent. It was not even 4 days old. So they got 3 tarps, they got 3 tents, one that folded up inside the tent, the brand new tent that was erected, and then the one in the back. Here comes my skank again. You can rap all you want, buddy. You better keep walking. Anyways, that's one of the skanks they use. So anyways, then I just figured they're going to keep stealing my stuff. So what I was going to do is get up in the morning. So I was going to go through all my stuff. I woke up the next morning, started going through all my bags, and then I started thinking, this is bullshit. They stole so much stuff from me, almost $400, because there was a lot of clothes inside, and some of them were brand new. 3 sleeping bags, countless batteries, 5 flashlights, practically brand new flashlights too. So what we have to understand here is that I was being harassed along all of my routes every single day. I still am. I was just harassed on the 928 bus coming to here, and when I got off the bus, that skink that just walked by was standing in the corner with his hands to his mouth. Then he's been walking by me and doing it. So what I decided to do was, what I was going to do is going to go to the FBI the very next day. And as a result of going to the FBI, I started thinking to myself, well, I knew I was being monitored at that site because I was being electronically harassed at that site. Just go to www.gangstalkandload.com and you can view on the front of their page that your target is monitored and surveilled everywhere they go. See if any trouble starts with these jerks.
We'll get there. Can't guarantee on how bad.
So anyways, so what I did was, I decided to make a video about me going to the FBI. See, because on the morning of the 20th, before I went to SDSU, I stopped off. I went to go get out the bus to go to the FBI, and somebody on the bus told me that the government buildings were closed. So then I got off to go to the San Diego Eastern Division Police Department. They were closed. Copied a police report number, a website address off their printout that was pasted on their door, and then left from there and went to the 928 bus stop, and then I decided to go 2 businesses down to see if they would look up a number for the FBI for me. I was going to try and call them, like once I got over to Hazard Center or whatever. Went over there, I asked for if they could look it up for me. They did. Then they wrote it down for me. And then after that, what I did was I left from there and went back to the 928 bus stop, and by the time the bus finally came, because they were operating on a Saturday schedule, because it was President's Day, I decided to blow it off and just go to SDSU, once I got to Old Town and everything. Then went to SDSU, did what I did there, like I've already mentioned, and then, so what I decided to do was, they had already seen that I was planning on going to the FBI on President's Day, the morning of it, but since it was President's Day and I was being told they were closed, they already seen it. My thinking was along those lines, okay? So what I decided to do was I got out my video camera and I got out my digital tape recorder. In fact, it was a new one that I just bought the night before. Just opened it up that morning. No, I opened it up that night before I went to bed and turned it on just in case they came by while I was sleeping. And then the next morning, I put new batteries in it and pressed record, and I made an audio file right away because I wanted to hurry up and get that thing going just in case they came by at any time. So I made a video recording on this video camera, and I said today's date is February 21st, 2012. I said the time, and I even took a video picture of a cell phone. okay, that showed the time and the date. I expressed that I was going to, the next day, the following day, which would have been the 22nd of February, that I was going to go to the FBI and report that I'm a human trafficking target and that the San Diego police are directly involved in it. Now, while I was making that video camera, I was also audio taping what I was saying. Then I stopped the video camera once the recording stopped, and I played it back and played that what was played back off the video into the audio recorder. So the audio recorder's got two separate files of the same video, of the same statements, showing that there was a video made. And I said that the San Diego police come in the video. I said if the San Diego police come up here, using anybody in the community as a buffer to come up here, it will be the direct concerted effort of this gang stalking expedition, because they don't want to come up here and try to evict me after I go to the FBI about them, because then it'll look like retaliation, either by the FBI who orchestrated or either by the San Diego police as a result of me going to the FBI. So I said if they come up here today using anybody in the community as a buffer to make it look legitimate for any reason, it will be the direct concerted effort of this gang stalking expedition, because I plan on going to the FBI. Keep in mind at www.gangstalkingworld.com, flat out on their front page, on their front of their webpage, states that a gang stalking target is monitored and surveilled everywhere they go. It's also stated on the Gang Stalker Confesses manifesto you can find by going to Google and typing in a Gang Stalker Confesses. Trust me, you'll find it. So they knew that I had planned on going back the next day. I mean, flat out. So I got them making the video, and then what I did was I saved that particular digital audio file. I said, okay, I'm going to turn this off and start a new one, because I got coordination to do and stuff to do. And that's exactly what I did. I stopped the digital tape recorder and the video, and I started a new digital tape file. And I started going through all my stuff, and within an hour and 40 minutes, they arrived and evicted me from my campsite. Yeah. And they played good cop, bad cop. They played a bunch of shit to try and get me to sign papers for the homeless rescue shit. You know, I'm going to tell you something. The San Diego police are so involved in this like you would not believe. Then I went down to the San Diego Police Department on the 23rd and caught Barney, and oh man, I caught Barney in so much stuff, and I tape recorded that and uploaded it to YouTube, because this needs to be understood that what they do is criminal to the extreme. They are doing nothing but lying about their participation in this, and whenever they see that it's starting to get out of control, they stage something big. On the date of the 15th, 16th, 17th, I caught and 19th, I caught massive proof and uploaded it online. That's also including what I caught on January 28, 2012, when 3 teenagers admitted to me, and it got tape recorded, that they were put on the bus to harass me by a person by the name of Jamar, I think his name was. That was uploaded to a video and then uploaded to YouTube. So as a result of all this, what I decided to do was, I could see that they were going to probably get anxious because of all this proof I was getting, and they're being exposed online as well concerning the harassment along my route, USD, and so on and so forth. So I was just basically, through deduction, realized that was probably, look at this dickhead, this skink. So anyways, as a result, through matter of deduction, what I decided to do was start videotaping everything that was going on. I got some skank over here. So what I decided to do was start videotaping everything that was going on, and which I did. And that's why I decided to videotape what I did on the morning of the 20th that I heard. And so that was uploaded on the morning of the 20th. And everything that's been going on ever since then is nothing but pure, bona fide, 100% gang stalking by skanks. And I'm loving every minute of it, because I get to upload it online and show the proof. I mean, what is the likelihood? What is the likelihood of someone making a video file on the morning of the 20th? I can prove I was gone all day long. Oh, and when they came up on the 21st and evicted me, they brought some people up that admitted they took my stuff later in the day of the 20th. After I made the video recording on the morning of the 20th. I gotta go, someone's coming. Today's date is March 3rd, 2012.